Hey, what's going on, guys? Coach DT with Dynamic Training. In today's video, we're gonna foam roll, we're gonna use a tennis ball, okay? I'm gonna show you guys what I would like my athletes or yourself to do before every single workout. So the biggest thing here when rolling out your quads is you wanna make sure you go all the way up and down the quad fully and go slow. Slow movements, take your time, enjoy it. The biggest thing that people do when they find a spot that hurts is they want to get off of it quick. And the biggest thing with foam rolling is you want to move slow until you find that knot, that spot that really hurts, and you'll know when you find it. And then you want to sit on it, hold it, and breathe. 10, 20 seconds. You can start moving slowly up and down the quad again. Try to find that spot again or a new spot that hurts. Sit on it and hold it. I like to do both quads at the same time. Some people will pop off. We'll take one leg off, and by putting the other leg on the ground, it's not nearly as intense. So it takes a little bit of that pressure off, but we're just moving up and down the quad. The whole goal here is to break down that knot or loosen up that knot. You gotta fight through the short-term pain of foam rolling, but when you get up, that blood's gonna be in those muscle groups. You're gonna feel a ton of circulation. Your legs are gonna feel looser. It is worth it, I'm telling you. And the more you foam roll, the less painful it is. If you've never done foam rolling or if you don't do it often, it's gonna hurt a good amount the first time. But as we continue to do it more frequently, it hurts less and less. It gets easier and easier to do, and your legs will feel great. So next, probably one of the most painful spots to foam roll is going to be your IT bands, okay? If you don't know where your IT bands are, you will know real quick when foam rolling. So, best way to do it, start on your quads. We're gonna do our left leg first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift our weight to the side of our quad, right here. Oh yeah, and you're gonna find that spot. You're gonna know real quick. If you notice, I tuck my other leg behind, adds a little bit more pressure, a little bit more weight. Ooh. I'm a little tight. Just like with the quads, find that spot that hurts. On the IT band, there will be plenty of them, and breathe. So remember, start on your quads, shift your body weight, tuck that leg on top, and we're going all the way from where it connects into your knee, all the way to the top of your hip. If you're not in pain a little bit, probably aren't on your IT band. So it's a pretty easy indicator. You'll know when you find it. So we should be taking, I'm gonna say a nice 2 minutes each spot. 2 minutes on your quads, 2 minutes on your left IT band, 2 minutes on your right T band. Now we are gonna go into our hamstrings, all right? So a couple ways you can do it. Like I did with the quads, we can do both hamstrings at the same time, or right here, where we roll nice and easy. Or we can shift, put that heel down, and do one leg at a time. For me, I like to turn my foot. So I like to turn it this way. I like to turn my foot in, move back and forth. I like to turn my foot out just a little bit. All right, now we're gonna go to one of my favorites. We're gonna do our hips, okay? So, a lot of people don't do this one right, or they don't know how to do this one. Best place to start, you just sit on it, right? Sit on that foam roller. You can roll back and forth. Most people will do this. But what I want you to do, take it another step further. We're gonna put our right ankle over our left knee. Then we're gonna hug, okay? We're gonna pull that right knee into our chest, give it a nice big hug. Just doing this alone, you're gonna feel a stretch in your hip right here, okay? But what we did is we just opened up that hip joint, that hip socket, and now we're gonna turn to our right. Now that hip is open, and now I'm just gonna sit here and move nice and easy, back and forth. This opens it up and this feels amazing. Hurts a little bit, but feels great. One of my favorites. If it hurts real bad, you just sit there and breathe, like we talked about. Pull that knee in, rotate and breathe. Spend 2 minutes here. Now we're gonna do the other side. So remember, whatever hip you're using, That leg goes over, hug that knee, feel that little bit of stretch in the hip, then we're gonna rotate. We're gonna rotate over, right into that hip socket. Don't need a ton of movement for this one. Find a spot that hurts, sit on it, breathe. Key to success when stretching, rolling, doing any type of active release therapy, you gotta breathe. You gotta breathe it out. Remember, take your time. Spend a minute or two on each hip. All right, now onto our calves. This is possibly the most important spot for us as athletes. The reason I say that, our calves get so tight from running, from jumping, from lifting, from cutting. Your calf and Achilles connection gets crazy, crazy tight. That's what causes shin splints. That's what causes the arch of our foot to hurt. When our calves are too tight and our Achilles gets too tight, it helps cause plantar fasciitis, and we don't like that either. So a lot of the problems that we deal with as athletes is because our calves are too tight. So this is a huge, huge play, huge game changer for us as athletes. Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple different ways we can do this. Option one, just like the quads and the hamstrings, we can do both calves at the same time, okay? I personally like to do one at a time for a couple reasons. Reason one, it gives me the opportunity to move my foot more and hit the inside, the outside of the calf. So opposite foot down, I'm right here, and I just start rolling back and forth. There's two areas you want to focus on with the calf. Right below the knee, where the knee and the calf connect, and right below at the bottom of the calf where the Achilles connects, right through here, okay? So normally where the calf and Achilles connect, that's where you're gonna have the most pain or tightness. So spend some time there. One thing I enjoy doing is rotating my foot as I roll back and forth. Now, just like we did with our hamstrings, I like to turn my foot in and roll. It also is gonna be a nice massage on the shin. Inside of the shin, loosening up the calf. Spend some time here, then I like to turn the foot out. Turn the foot out. Now, this is a little bit more painful. We turn that foot out. Ooh, yeah. You're gonna have some knots, some tightness here. Remember, you find that knot, sit on it, breathe. If you want more pressure, stack the other foot on top, keep your hips off the ground. Ooh, and we're right here. More resistance, put that opposite leg on top. Oh yeah, a little more pressure. Beautiful, and we're done there. All right, last spot here is gonna be our feet, the arch of our foot. You can use a foam roller or you can use a tennis ball, but the best one is to use either a lacrosse or a golf ball. But I don't have a lacrosse or a golf ball, so I'm gonna show you foam roller and I'm gonna show you tennis ball. All right, pretty easy here, okay? Shoe comes off. Find that socket, right? The arch of your foot, the inside part right behind your heel. What most of us don't know is that our feet is where everything stems from. If our feet are too tight, it actually affects your back squat. If your feet are too tight, it actually affects your ability to jump. You will jump higher, you will lift more weight, and you will be able to move better just off rolling out your feet, loosening up your feet, and strengthening your feet. If you spend 1 to 2 minutes a day rolling out your feet, it will completely change how you move, how you play. Your feet take a lot of pounding. You're on your feet all day, even if you're not working out, not playing sports. You're at school, you're at work, whatever you're doing. We're on our feet all the time. That's why so many people have feet and foot related problems. Now, I mostly recommend using lacrosse ball, golf ball, because they're a little bit harder, but sometimes it might be a little too much, so a tennis ball is a great starting place. Rolling out your feet, fun, a little dangerous, don't always recommend it. You could be right here if you want to play it safe and just kind of roll back and forth. A lot of people you will see stand on it and roll back and forth, but this is the dangerous side, right? So I'm not gonna go tell you to recommend it. I'm not gonna tell you to go do this. If you want to, and you have great balance and you like to challenge yourself a little bit, this is fun. Just make sure you tilt in a little bit. Make sure you get the arch of the feet. You can rotate those feet out a little bit. All right, guys, and that's a wrap for this video. Remember, don't cheat yourself. Spend at least 1 to 2 minutes on every single body part. Remember, we hit the quads, we hit the IT bands, we hit the hamstrings, we hit the glutes or the hips, we hit the calves, and we hit the arch of our foot, okay? If you hit those areas 1 to 2 minutes each before activity, before sports, or even after activity or after sports, it is gonna absolutely and completely change the game and change the way you play, change the way you feel. All right, if you haven't already, subscribe, like this video, share it with a friend, and we'll see you next time.